Hello, Tadishi. Um, First of all, we are often affected by fragrance. For instance, a pleasant fragrance brings us happiness, while a smelly odor makes us feel unpleasant. Additionally, a specific fragrance can trigger memories of a particular scene or person. From this, it's evident that fragrance has a strong impact. So today, I'll discuss fragrance and our sense. The sense I refer to isn't just about sight or the brain. It also involves our emotions. Before dividing it into the main content, it's essential to know that the sense of smell isn't considered as crucial as sight and hearing. One reason is the difficulty in describing fragrances with words. The aim of this talk is to illustrate how fragrances influence our lives. By the end of this talk, you'll likely realize that fragrances have more influence than you might think. Here's an outline of my presentation. First, I'll explain the relationship between fragrance and color. Second, I'll delve into fragrance and cognition. Lastly, I'll discuss how scent determines the person with whom we click. And at the last, I will conclude my presentation. Firstly, in studying fragrant plants, researchers discovered a connection between the color of flowers and their fragrance. Insects perceive these plant characteristics as a unified signal. By connecting visual and scent channels, flowers strengthen their signal, making it more resilient even in tough environments. Additionally, researchers suggest that insects may learn to associate nectar or pollen with the specific combinations of color and fragrance. In this way, flowers can survive in a harsh environment with the help of insects. So, insects associate scent with color, but what about people? Humans don't have to link scent with colors to survive, but we can imagine colors from various scents. In a particular experiment, participants were instructed to alter two types of color patches, changing yellow to blue and green to red, to a neutral gray. Their room was scented every 5 minutes during the experiment. Here's the result, and when the smell of coffee permeated the room, participants tended to see gray with a slightly redder brown tint. For caramel, participants selected a yellower gray compared to a neutral gray. These findings led researchers to conclude that the smell of coffee is associated with dark brown and red, caramel with dark brown and yellow, cherry with red, pink, and purple, mint with green, blue, lemon with yellow, pink, and green. We have established that our sense of smell is connected to sight. Next, I'll discuss the relationship between fragrance and cognition. In one experiment, participants were required to perfume their homes for 2 hours every night over a 6-month period. One group with the oils of rose, orange, eucalyptus, lemon, peppermint, rosemary, and lavender. For the other group, participants were given fake oils containing very small amount of fragrance and were required to use them like a first group. The researchers then compared the participants' memory, verbal learning, planning, and attention switching skills before and after 6-month trial. Astonishingly, there was a clear 200 26% difference between the scores of those exposed to a variety of fragrances and those in the control group. So I've demonstrated how fragrances affect our brains. Regarding the brain, amygdala, the brain's fear center, influences the human mind. Previous study suggests that when the amygdala is activated, people are more alert. The scent affects the activity of the amygdala and changes human feelings. To simplify, I'll introduce one experiment that shows how fragrances and people we click are related. In one experiment, 20 pairs of friends were asked to keep their t-shirts in a bag, and then small examiners compared two other samples at a time, one from random pairs of people and the other from friends who had clicked. In this experiment, the volunteers and the electric nose detected more similarities between the friends than the strangers. Volunteers also rated the body odors of 40 friend pairs based on pleasantness, intensity, sexual attraction, and warm personality. When the researchers combined all 5 scores, the pairs who clicked were rated as more similar than random pairs. In summary, the aim of this presentation was to shed light on how fragrances affect our lives. Through the research, I found that insects predict flower fragrance based on color. Similarly, humans alter the image of color based on various scents. From a steeping experiment, it's clear that the scent associates with our cognitive function. Additionally, there is a relationship between scent and our feelings. I encourage you to pay more attention to your sense of smell. Reconsider the significance of fragrance, even when simply enjoying the scent of perfumes. Thank you for listening.